my favorite question to ask is artists and working with artists, and the best part of being able to have these conversations is, you know, how did you decide that you wanted to do art full time?
That's a good question. I think it was a little bit of a slower process for me. I mean, I had a job in marketing when I graduated from college, and that was my plan. And 2 days before I started, they sold the company, and I ended up moving home being like, okay, I'm gonna look for other jobs. I ended up working for my dad and helping him out with different things, and he is a videographer for nature TV shows. So I started just helping him out with stuff, and eventually I started doing that more and more, and I stopped looking for other jobs, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna embrace documentary filmmaking.
Yeah.
So when you're there, are you wearing a mask and a snorkel? Like, what is your process like as an artist? Because you're working underwater, you can't breathe.
I'm just wearing a mask. I don't wear a snorkel because I end up talking so much. Maybe it would actually be better if I wore a snorkel, and then I would actually have less feedback. The women that I work with usually aren't free divers, so they don't need to go under for that long. If they go under for 10 seconds, that's great.
Yeah.
And then I can catch them going down and coming back up. And a lot of people ask me if I like use a tank in the water, but it's like, I don't, in the pool, I mean, it's just not really necessary. I really just need a mask, and I don't even wear fins. I just have the mask and the camera.
That's so cool.
And a weight belt usually.
How do you know when a piece is done?
It's really hard. I think I revisit a lot of old work like pretty often, and will make something totally different out of it. It just depends. Like, for example, this piece right here, actually, I'd love to show you the before version, because it's not that I did that much to it, but the little that I did, I mean, it made it a completely different image. So
is this the one you did the backdrop?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see that. Can we
so
see
that's the original image.
Yeah.
And then that's what it became.
Wow.
So cool. I really didn't do that much, but what I did is so important. Like, I needed to fix the background, and then I needed to flip her. And I loved how when she's turned like this, like, it's so powerful. Yeah. And then just by making it black and white too, obviously fixes the skin tone issue, because with water you lose reds within the first 10 feet, so skin tones like completely go away. And I also mirrored the surface, so it created this kind of almost like Rorschach image, like everybody sees something different there.
Yeah. Your work is so calm and relaxing and meditative, even the ones where there's like action happening. You know, I do think like a true artist, you know, in their craft has to have structure and intentionality in order to create something. Foregoing that complete control to allow for, you know, the unexpected is what, you know, makes the work so special, because of the fluidity of water, and you're working with that subject and the unexpectedness of human subject. There's like life and randomness in it. It's so much more interesting to look at than if it were overly, you know, perfect. Yeah, exactly. How has art informed your philosophy of life, and how does your philosophy of life inform your art?
Oh, I love that question. I think it's really about connection with people, and a connection with the environment, and being like, it is scary, unprecedented times right now, what's happening to our world and what we're doing to the world. And we need to change something. I think also what I try and do with my work is like, how can we talk about this in a way that we understand the gravity of what's going on, but we don't become so depressed that we feel like there's nothing to do and we're just going to give up. It's like that fine line of like, how can I be angry and sad enough to do something about it, versus either completely naive or really overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And it's in your genes, in the sense that like both of your parents worked in water. So it's like clearly there's something there that like they found each other working in water. So there's something in them that likes water. So it's so natural that you even were saying your brother like is always in water.
What's the physical toll that it takes when you're shooting underwater? Is it really hard? Like, do you feel really tired after a shoot?
I would say, yeah, it's exhausting in a really pleasant way. It's a lot of, obviously, breath retention, and that coupled with exercise is such a great, like, kind of mental and physical cleanse. Like, I always feel really clear after and calm. It's very meditative in the water. Like, it's completely quiet. Like, I can tell you what I want you to do, but then we're going to go down there and you're really going to have your own experience. And so I think that all kind of, that all ties into it.
Is she falling into the water? How did you get this pose?
Yeah, so you can see in the original, I was just having her jump repeatedly. Wow. So she was a champ, that she was willing to kind of like flop into the water over and over and over again. Yeah. I'm so interested in how like air moves through water, like bubbles do crazy things. I had read this phrase somewhere that that so much of art is like it's like this nimble balance between chance and intentionality. And I really resonated with that, because it's like I would like to set up an area where I can be surprised. Like I know what I want in general, what I want her to look like, what I want the lighting to be, and then letting kind of the water decide what the rest will be, because there's so much that can happen with the reflections and with the bubbles that I can't plan. So it's really creating a space to then be able to capture whatever is
like organized chaos, intentional chaos.
Yeah, we shot it in it's almost at 500 frames a second, so it's really, really, really slow.
Yeah.
They gave me a show during Miami Art Week, and I could put this up on this beautiful LED panel that I would love to have one of my own. But no, unfortunately, this isn't like looping all the time for them. They build custom pools here, and so we've been working together since we obviously have so much overlap, and they have a number of my pieces, and I've been shooting in some of their pools. So
that's
the
so
new
special.
geometric series that you saw at my apartment, like where everything is kind of doubled and tripled, those are their pools, because their tiling is just so beautiful that I was like, I need to embrace the pool aspect of it.
You know, what I like so much about your work is you only shoot women. And, you know, there's kind of that stereotype of the male photographer who only shoots nude women, and that comes through in the work. It's really apparent that your subjects and the models you're working with feel very like safe and very comfortable, and that you're approaching the work, like you said, from a sense of empowerment. What do you think makes that come through so clearly?
The way that I present the figures in my images is the way that I want to be seen. Women's bodies are so objectified and like tied to our worth, and this can be kind of a way of, I think, like kind of changing, like taking control of that narrative. And the feedback that I've had from some models who I've worked with who shoot with a lot of men and have shot nudes with a lot of men is that they've appreciated working with a woman, I think, because it's also like I'm very anatomical about it, is how one person described it, which I liked. Like it's really about the form, to be like completely free in this very like all-encompassing environment, and being able to move up and down and sideways and like really dance and expand and feel present in your body. And we can all have so much baggage about our bodies.
What would you say like you want people to take away from your work?
I think definitely a sense of peace and calm, and being able to feel present in your body and in nature, I think are big things, especially when I do commissions with people, because I really love doing commissions and getting to work with women that aren't necessarily models, and getting to like create an art piece for someone's home that's of them.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that with you.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, I know, I really want to do that.
That's like a totally different perspective and way of seeing yourself, and I think a lot of the time we can be much kinder to ourselves when we're in the water, because on land, we know like exactly what we want to look like from every angle and every pose, and water is just like a completely new environment where you can let go of these preconceived notions, and it's flattering and it's womb-like and it's really playful. I think just the themes of, femininity and empowerment and being able to be in control of the narrative around women.
Yeah.